Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the data analytics class by using MS Excel. This is our day 7 and session number 1. And welcome everyone to yet another chapter where we are going to learn a lot of concepts on MS Excel. So, guys, you know well about MS Excel, the basic features of MS Excel, how to work on, how you can count rows, how you can count columns, how many rows are there in Excel, how many columns are there in Excel. You know probably what is title bar, what is quick access toolbar, what is tab, what is ribbons, what is developer tab, how you can write program in Excel, what are the shortcut keys. We have discussed shortcut keys on basic Excel. If you know that if developer tab is not visible here, you know that how you can make the developer tab visible by probably you go to customize ribbon and you pick that option. To write program, basically we need developer tab. So developer tab is one of the very important tab. Then you can customize, you can create a tab of your name. Okay, so that feature is there in Excel that already we discussed that you can customize a tab of your name and you can put the required ribbons what all you are expected to be work in the future. Similarly, you can arrange the quick access toolbar which is there at the top left end, so that will also help you to work on the on certain ribbons which you need very frequently. Okay, guys. So you know that under each tab you have groups. Okay, under each groups you have lot of ribbons. Please remember this. You know what is address bar, what is formula bar, what is cell. To edit the content in any cell, you better do the control one. Right click, format cell, or you can do control one. So if you use control one, control one, control one, you can edit the content of the cell based upon your convenience. So that flexibility you will be having. Okay, to whenever you do anything on the cell, you expected something else came. You don't have to worry on that part. You can simply press control one or for right click, go to format cell and do the required formatting. What all required for you. Now, if I want to open the Excel file like this, yesterday I sent you also some practice worksheet file. This passwords and all, I believe you know how to do. Will go under info and we can encrypt with password. And under VBA, if you want to write a password, so I have already shown you the codes how you can write the code. If you want to write under VBA the passwords, okay. Guys, I believe I've sent you an Excel workbook for practice that is called practice sheet. So you can open that, guys. Practice sheet. So you can open that. So this in this practice sheet, uh, the link is forwarded to you. You can open that link. Okay, so in that practice sheet, I've given you a lot of data. Okay, I've given you a lot of data. So if you remember yesterday we did this. Okay, we did this conditional formatting. You remember? I hope so. You remember that if I change this team leader name, so you can see whichever team leader name I'm selecting, that team leader got highlighted with green color. You can see that whichever team leader name I'm changing, that getting highlighted with green color. So that you can do, guys. So how to do that? Or here, if I'm changing the department, whichever department I'm putting, it is coming with yellow color. Sorry, with that is coming with red color. So I hope you remember how we did that. Anyone, any idea how we have done this? So very simple. Which so like here, if I want to put anything like team leader and we want to put conditional formatting, so on team leader name wise, and we just want the name to get highlighted. Whichever team leader name we select, the corresponding person name should get highlight in the data. That is what I'm looking for. So to search, to locate, that would be easy. Location will be easy. So I don't have to struggle for locating. VLOOKUP and all we can use, but VLOOKUP we can use for one data. For working on VLOOKUP on multiple data would be big thing for us. Although I'll teach you multiple VLOOKUP. Okay, so I have set of content where I'll talk about the VLOOKUP when we have repetition. So I'll do that for you. So like here I'll show you VLOOKUP. Normally, if anyone knows about VLOOKUP, then he or she knows that if you have multiple data, then you cannot use VLOOKUP. I'll teach you how to do under that condition also. I'll teach you multiple VLOOKUP. I'll teach you double VLOOKUP. I'll teach you reverse VLOOKUP. The problem with if you go for interview, in interview, if they'll examiner will ask you what are the limitation of VLOOKUP, why index function is better than VLOOKUP function. So people will give answer that sir, VLOOKUP we cannot do reverse. Okay, so but if with index function we can do in any way. Okay, so there's something called choose option. So if you work on choose option with VLOOKUP, you can actually do reverse VLOOKUP also. So here VLOOKUP would be one of the ideal way to fetch the data, okay, from the source. When we have a library of data, we try to fetch the data by using VLOOKUP. But here again, because there are multiple data is there with the same name, so VLOOKUP, you should know how to do multiple VLOOKUP under that condition. So anyway, so I will discuss that in future. So here you can see whichever team leader name, if I select the team leader name, it should get highlighted. So we have done this yesterday. Again, I'm doing for you. So what I'll do, I simply write team leader. Okay, I'll give a heading team leader. I can write manually the team leader name. Okay, I can do that work, or I can do a conditional formatting. So before I work on conditional formatting, here I'll do data validation. Data validation is all DL. Okay, go under data, you'll find data validation. So allow what you do, click on list. In allow, you will click on list. And then here in source, you select the team leader name. In source, you select the team leader name. Okay, in source, you select the team leader name. Okay, and then you press OK. So here you can see the team leader name coming. Here you can see the team leader name is coming under the drop down arrow like this. Now what you need to do, now what you want that the moment you click on this team leader, the moment you click on this team leader, that should get highlighted. What you do, you know that multiple data is there. You simply select the data where you want the conditional formatting to work on. Okay, you simply select the data, go to conditional formatting. The shortcut key of conditional formatting is Alt HL. The shortcut key to get into the conditional formatting is Alt HL. So if you go under conditional formatting, under that, go to new rule. For new rule, press N. For new rule, press N. For new rule, press N. Then come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Here, you see, use the formula to determine which cell to add format. And there, write equal to. Put your cursor on the first cell. Put your cursor on the first cell. Whichever is the first cell, control up arrow, whichever is the first cell. Put your cursor on that first cell. And now the moment if you see the first cell, it is showing you like J8, dollar sign J8 means that cell is fixed. I don't want the cell to fix. I want that like whenever I select any value, the Excel should search that value here. So what you do, remove the dollar sign from the row number. In column, you can let the dollar sign. So let the dollar sign to be on the column number, but remove the dollar sign from the row number, and then make this equal to the cell where you have written the value, where the value is coming. Okay, where you have written the name of team leader under by using data validation function. Then you go to format. Under format, click on border or font or fill with whatever you want to do, because the most easiest way to represent something is to use the fill option. You press OK and then you press OK. The moment you'll do that, now the same thing. You can see the same thing. Now it's coming with yellow color. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, just similarly, we did that. For this, if you want the complete row to get visible or get highlighted, you can select everything. You can select everything, then press Alt EHL, then new rule. Then you can go to use a formula, and there equal to, you can click on the cell, your first cell, whichever is the cell. Now here I'm doing department wise. So click on the first cell. This is the marketing, whatever is the first cell. And remove the dollar sign from the row, equal to, go to the cell, go to the cell, go to the cell, go to the cell. Okay, go to that cell, and then you can do format. You can do format, and here you can change the color. You press OK, and you press OK. So this part we did already. Okay. Then we have discussed already that when you have filter, how will you put the filter? Alt DFF. You can put the filter by using the function called Alt DFF or Control Shift L. So the shortcut key to put filter is Alt DFF, Alt DFF, or the shortcut key is Control Shift L. Remember that the shortcut key to put short is Alt DS. The shortcut key to put shorting is Alt DS. The shortcut key to put filter is Alt DFF. Okay, everyone. So here we know that if I want to select, if I want to see all the people who are working under Ritik, maybe if I want to see all the people who are working under Ritik as a team leader, Ritik is a team leader. So then you know that so the moment if I select all the team leaders, okay, which who are there under Ritik, okay, 1 minute, it's not working properly or what. So if I want to see all the employee who are working under the team leader Salman or something like this, so you know that you can do filter and you can check that. Okay, so under Salman, the people, if you want to arrange them short A to Z, all that you can, you know how to do all that on them. Probably, guys, here what is important, if you understand the serial number, if you notice the serial numbers are coming from 1 to, like, if they are coming properly, why they're coming properly, why they're not getting jumbled. So the reason why they're not getting jumbled, because I used the function called subtotal. So in my previous sessions I have discussed about, don't write simply 1 2 3 4, you can better use this function called subtotal. So what you can do, you can write equal to subtotal, open bracket, and then here what you can do, you can select count A, comma, comma, then click on the first cell, click on your first cell, whichever is your first cell, click on that cell, whichever is your first cell, that is F8, right? Your first cell is F8. So your first cell is F8. Okay, then double quote, not double quote, means F8 to F8, you can write F8 to F8. But the first F8 what you have written, fix that cell. How will you fix the cell? F4 key. How will you fix the cell? By using F4 key, close bracket, okay, and then enter. So that way, and then you can do double click. That way, if you do numbering, so what that will help you, it will help you that tomorrow, whenever you use filtering, so it will not impact it numbering. So you can understand this. If I use short Alt DS, if I use short alt ds, and here if I say short by name from A to Z, or you can say from Z to A, if I want to do short. Okay, so you can see I have shorted the name from Z to A, but you can see this numbering. You see this numbering. So this numbering still does not get impacted. While if you do the same thing with the other data, where if I've not used a subtotal, then you see the numbering there. So that disadvantage will get here if we use a subtotal. Very small command, but very powerful command. Anyone, any doubt? Now, if I want to remove this formats, if I want to remove this formatting, what you see, then I'll just go here, clear. I'll say clear format. I don't want all these formats. So this border also get removed. So I want border. Without border doesn't look good. The shortcut key to put border. What is the shortcut key to put border? Control Shift right arrow. Control Shift right arrow. Okay. Then select everything. Alt H B A. Then Alt H B T. Alt H B A means all border. Alt H B T means thick border outside. Fine. You can see this, guys. Here the date of birth is coming in number. You can see, guys, here the date of birth is coming in number. I want in proper date format. Select everything. Then control 1. Then I go to date. And then I'll press OK. Here, everyone. So you can see these are the employee, guys. These are the employee. You can see, guys, these are the name of employee. Okay, you can see they are the name of the employee. Okay, these employees, what you see, guys, these are the employees. These employees, their date of birth is given to you. Okay, their date of birth is given to you. Their date of birth is given to you. Okay, here is the name of employee. Okay, and their date of birth is given to you. Okay, so and these employees are working under these different team leaders like Shahrukh, Ritik, Amitabh, Salman. They're working under this department: operation, human resource, finance, marketing, system, and they have met some sales target. So sales 1, sales 2, sales 3, sales 4. This figure are in number. So what I can do, I want to put comma, you select everything and you can click here accounting, you put rupee symbol. Now this looks better. Anyone, I hope you agree with me, this is looking better. Clear, everyone? Any doubt, anyone? Is this clear? Shortcut key to put border is Alt H B A, Alt H B A, or Alt H B T. So once you have done this, so once you have done this, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay. Now, if I want to find the growth, now if I want to find the growth, now if I want to find the growth, so like I want to calculate the growth, percentage growth from quarter 1 to quarter 3, quarter one to quarter two. I want to calculate the percentage growth from quarter two to quarter three, from quarter three to quarter four. How I can do that? Equal to open bracket, equal to open bracket, quarter two value minus quarter one value. Basic maths, guys. Quarter two value minus quarter one value, divide by quarter one value. Clear? And you just press enter. Similarly, once you do this quarter one to quarter two, for finding quarter two to quarter three, you don't have to do it, guys. Simply go here, press Control V. Go there, Control V. So instead of Control V, if you press enter also, that works. If you want to check the formula, you can check formula. F2. See this. So automatically it will be done. I hope you understand. Now once you get this, you just simply select. You simply select this. Now whatever the value you get, you want it percentage, right? Just click on percentage symbol. If you click on percentage symbol, you'll get the value in percentage. Here also you got the answer. Double click here and click on percentage symbol. Just increase the decimal if you want. Here also double click, go to percentage symbol, click on percentage symbol and increase the decimal. Now I want to put a border for this. So what I'll do, Alt HBA, Alt HBD. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So anyone? Okay. Now if I want to plot this graphs, if I want to plot, you can simply ignore this data, guys. Control Shift right arrow, Control O. You can simply ignore this one. Control Shift right arrow, Control 0. I don't want this value from this. Okay. So once I get this, I want the graph to represent this. So I want the graph. So I want the graph to show you this. Okay. So suppose here, what I can do. So here, because already I have put the graph which is not getting deleted, what I can do, I can simply select this value. I can simply select this value. Okay, Control Shift down, Control C, Control N, Alt ESW, column width, Control V. Okay. So now guys, if you see this, if I want to see the trend in the movement, so I can plot a graph. So that graph can be plotted cell wise. Okay, so if you see under data, you can find something called spark line. You can find something called spark line. So you check where is the spark line. So yeah, it is there under insert. So if you see under insert, can you see spark lines like line, column, win and loss? So like that, you can make a graph. Okay, you can make a graph on a cell wise. So that you can find under insert. If you see under insert, you can find these as spark line, column, win and loss. You can click on line. So suppose if I want to plot line graph to data range, select the data range. So your data range is from Q1 to Q4. You can select your data range from Q1 to Q4. Okay, you can select the data range, location range, where you want the location. I want my location here. I want my location to be here. This cell. So you just select the data Q1 to Q4. Location range is this place, and you press OK. You can see this graph being plotted. Sparkline color. You can do that and double click. You can get the graph for the remaining cell. This is called sparkline. Clear, everyone? Sparkline. You can do line graph. You can just all are very easy. You can do line graph or you go insert. If you want column graph, go to column, data range, select the data from Q1 to Q4, select the data from Q1 to Q4, location range, select the location range, press OK. Okay, location range, 1 minute, this all became. Data range was from Q1 to Q4. Okay, and then the location range. Press OK. Now you can see this. And do double click or drag it. If double click is not happening, then you can drag it. So this was line diagram. This is kind of histogram. Anyone, any doubt? This graph 01, graph 02. Okay. So you can try, guys. The third one is also very easy, sparkline, win and loss. Please try from your end. Please ask me if you have any doubt. Guys, try this finding percentage. Do this, everyone. Do from yourself. Anyone, any doubt, any question? So you see the serial number is not coming proper here, guys. Let me subtotal. I have then why this came like this. Subtotal is not put properly. You can see here function F2. The first cell is what? C. What is your first cell? Your first cell is C3. Okay. Then C3. Fix this cell. Function F4. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So here, guys, if you see the date of birth, guys. So you know filter, right? You know filter very well. Now I want to see all the people who are born after 31st December 2013. So by using filter, guys, I want to see all the people who are born after 31st December 2013. So if you see, guys, date of birth here, if I add more columns, Control Shift plus, if I add more column, I'll put a column, give a heading, date of birth. Here I'll put greater than 31st December 2013. I hope you understood. This is my question. So by using filter, I want to know all the people who are born after 31st December 2013. This is what I want, guys. Give me the detail. My client called me and asked me, Ahmed, give me the detail of all the person who are born after 31st December 2013. I'll say, oh, sir, no problem. It's very easy, sir. So I'll put all DFF. I'll put filter. Okay. Then I'll go there. I just remove the select all. Okay. Here, if I see the date, okay, how the date came like this. Okay. And I say, okay, fine. No, nothing to worry, sir. Nothing to worry. I'll arrange this date. Okay. I arrange the date in ascending order. Then I'll see who all are born after 31st December 2013. Okay, 31st December 2013. Yeah. So this people. From these people, I'll just cut this, or sorry, I'll copy this. I'll paste somewhere else. Okay. You're getting me, right? And then I'll control V. Then I have to do editing and other thing is different. Okay. So Alt E is W. So control V. Okay. And then I'll just copy the border name. Copy this heading. Okay. That way I can send them. That is the one way, guys. Okay. That is the one way. But again, if you have lot of data like this, then how you can use like that? So how that will be working for you? So for here, we'll use something called advanced filter. You know filter command very well. See, manually you can do this work. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but how much you'll do manual work? The purpose of using Excel is to avoid redundancy. The purpose of using Excel that you can somehow figure out a way so that you can do the same work without putting much effort. I hope you are understanding. So that is the way why we use Excel. So in Excel, we have lot of commands. Only thing we may not be aware about that. The more we explore the world, more it would be easy to do data analysis. Because data analysis, I remember that when I was working for a company called RI Source Management, so we were working for Microsoft. So Microsoft used to send us data. So what our work was to fetch the data from the external source and then Then on that data, we'll do the required number analysis. So the best way, no, it doesn't matter you're engineer or you are a MBA graduate or you are graduate or you are working in some government officials. Okay, it doesn't matter at all, guys. What matters that, guys, whenever you have to do basic data crunching work, you'll do in Excel, because nothing can be more smoother, nothing can be more simpler to work on data than MS Excel. That's the reason the MS Excel is being taught first. So you should be very good with MS Excel. We'll make a note of this. So you should be very good with MS Excel, and that way it will serve you objective. So here, if I want to know that all the people who are born after 31st December 2012, you don't have to worry about anything. So put your cursor inside the cell where the data to be fetched. Okay, then you can put advanced filter. The shortcut key of advanced filter is Alt AQ. The shortcut key of advanced filter is Alt AQ. A for Apple, Q for Queen. Alt AQ. That is a shortcut key to go into advanced filter. Or you can see under data, you can see advanced filter. Under data, you can see advanced filter. So you click on advanced filter. You click on advanced filter. So when you click on advanced filter, you can see two options are coming to you at the top for you. One is filter the list in place. Okay, first action. The second action is copy to another location. So first I'll show you filter the list in place. Okay, everyone. First I'll show you filter the list in place. So here list range. What is your list range? List range is always your data. List range is always your data. Select the data. Control shift right arrow down arrow. Select the data. So list range is always the data. Your total data, that is your list range. Okay, that is your total data. That is your list range. Criteria range. So what is your criteria range, guys? What is your criteria range? So your criteria range, this is your criteria range which you have written here. Date of birth greater than 31st December 2013. That is your criteria range. Okay, guys, that is your criteria range. Once you're done with this, if you press OK, then the whatever criteria you have selected, that will be visible here. That get visible here. You see that. You can see that whatever criteria you have selected, now it's visible here. So now you can see here, this is filtered data, guys. This is filtered data, and now you can simply copy this and send to your client. This is the filtered data, guys. So control shift, right arrow, down arrow. I can copy this, control N, alt ESW, control V. You can see 15 persons are there. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Clear, everyone? The same thing I can put here also. Now here, try everyone. No? Try. Already I sent you the data now, guys. Already I've sent you the data. Can you try all this? I want to see the date less than 14 February, Valentine Day, 2013. I want to see all the people who are born before 14 February 2013. Okay. Can I do that, guys? If you allow me, can I do this? I want to see all the people who are born before 14 February 2013. So what I'll do, I'll put my cursor inside the data. Okay. Then I'll press Alt A Q. Then here, if you want, you can see it here, or you say no, I don't want to see it here. I want a separate data. Why should I every time copy and paste it there? I want the data there only where I want. So copy to another location, list range. What is your list range? You can select the data, control shift right arrow. I don't want this percentage and all. So till total, control shift down arrow, this value gets selected. The copy to another location, criteria range. What is your criteria range? So this is your criteria range. Date of birth less than 14 February 2013. Copy to where you want to copy to. Here. Here I want the data. Okay. And then you press OK. Your data came. Now you say this data what you got, you can see this whatever you selected from there only the data came. It's not coming with proper bordering and all. So you can delete this. Okay, you can just erase this. 1 minute. So I'll just go and select the data. I put my cursor inside the data. Alt DS, not Alt DS, Alt AQ, Alt AQ. Okay, the list range. What is the list range? Select the data. Okay, so before you do this, we are done already. I want this to come with proper borders in the sense that copy that, copy that, then Alt ESW column width. So that adjustment of column width should be done. Is it done? I have not seen that. So control shift right arrow. You already copied that. Okay. Just want to do adjustment of column width where I want to put the data here. So Alt ESW. Yeah, that adjustment should happen. Now it is good. Now I'll go and fetch the data. So Alt AQ. So filter range, you know that copy to another location. This all data, just you can select this. Where to where you want the data to fetched. I want till total. Control shift down arrow. Then criteria range. What is your criteria range? This is your criteria range. Then copy to which location, this location, and then you can press OK. Still it came little bit proper. Here there's a problem. Clear everyone? So you can see all the people whose birthdays before 14 February. You can see that their birthday is before, no, everything came. With 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. I want to see all those people whose birthday was okay, 2011. Does not happen properly. 2016 and all also. 1 minute. Let me do it again. So before 14 February 2013, if I see, okay, this data is still, guys, this data is already filtered data, all DFF. Remove the filter, yeah. This data was already a filtered data. On filtered data, again I applied filter. Yeah. So remove the filter, all DFF. So filter is removed, okay. Now I'll do on this. So AQ, Alt AQ, then copy to another location, or you want to check, you can check it here. So if you click on filter the list in place, this copy to another, that will not become active. List range, you select the data, select this data from here to here, select your data, okay. Then criteria range, you can put a criteria. One minute. Less than 14 February 2013. Alt AQ. So list range, select this, control shift left arrow, right arrow, control shift down arrow, left arrow, criteria range. What is your criteria range? This is your criteria range. Then okay, you press OK. So here you can see all the people who were born before 14 February 2013. Clear everyone? So the same thing, if you want to put it here, same thing you want to put it here, you can just put your cursor down. Okay, you can put your cursor here. You can put it here. So first, for putting it here, first remove the filter. All DFF, get your complete data. All DFF, remove your filter. Okay, then you filter is removed, right? You have all the 30 PPGs. So what you do now, then Alt AQ here, click on copy to another location, list range, select the data, list range, select the data, control shift, right arrow, down arrow, select the data, then criteria range. This is your criteria range, and copy to where you want to copy to. Where you want the data to come, you click there and press OK. So you can see that. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, you understood, right? Now, suppose, guys, now the same thing I wanted, this was same sheet I wanted. Suppose I want the same thing on another sheet. Okay, so same thing I want to put the same thing I want on another sheet, not on this sheet. Like if you see the total sales, guys, if you see the total sales, if you see the total sales here, if you see the total sales, guys, so if I arrange this total sales in ascending order or something, all D, F, F, if I see this total sales, the smallest to largest, you can see you have the sale from 1 lakh 14,000 to your sale is, why not coming in ascending order properly? So this should be proper. This data 1 lakh 34 is still should come up. Leave that part. So you can see your data is from 1 lakh 14,000 and it went till 1 lakh 80,000. So I want to see the total sales which is more than 1 lakh 50,000. Okay, what I want to see the total sales which is more than 1 lakh 50,000. So what I can do, so manual work, how to do that manual work? That manual work, suppose my client want the total sales, those people whose total sales is more than 1 lakh 50,000. So manually I can search that. Manually I can search that. Okay, once I get the manually 1 lakh 50,000, then what I'll do, I'll just select them. Simply select them. Okay, and then I'll paste it there. That is the one way. Okay, that is the one way of doing. I hope you know that way. That is the one way of doing. You can do it like that way. That is the one way. The other way, what I can do, and this totals, what I want is total. Okay, maybe in another column I want this total, this total. I want this all the total value which is more than 1,50,000. I want the total value which is more than 1,50,000. Okay, guys. So how to do that? How to do that? I want not in same sheet. So earlier example, what I did on the same sheet. Now I want that all the data. I want the data of all the people who have done sales more than 1,50,000. Okay, I hope you understood this. So I'll just give just do this bordering part. I'll copy this and Alt ESW. So it should come with proper. Then that part. Okay. Then what you do? Then what you do here? Put your cursor on this content. Okay. Press Alt AQ. Then here put copy to another location. List range. What is your list range? So your list range is this. Select this data. This is your list range. Select your data. Control Shift down arrow. Control Shift down arrow. Criteria range. What is your criteria range, guys? Your criteria range is this. This is your criteria range. Copy to. Where to copy to? You know that. And press OK. Now you see there. Done, everyone. Can you see this total value, guys? If you see the total value, that is more than 1,50,000 here. Your manager want all the name of the people whose name start with N. The name start with N. Name want here all DFF, all DFF. Okay. Anyone, any other doubt? Done this, everyone. Now, only thing here, now here when you're using this, guys, when you're using this, now if I want to do something, okay, so can you do this, guys? So this here, how many people are there? Shahrukh under operation. Team leader Shahrukh and the team leader Shahrukh. How many people are there under Shahrukh? How will you do that? How many people are there under Shahrukh? So if you want to know how many people are working under the team leader Shahrukh, so what you will do, put your cursor here, guys. If you put your cursor here, if you put your cursor, guys, here I wanted team leader. So let do Shahrukh only. Team leader Shahrukh. So when you do this, guys, when you are doing this, make sure you put your not put your cursor here. Okay, if you put your cursor here, Alt AQ, and then copy to another location, list range, and here if you select the data, shift. If you select the data here, shift control shift down arrow, and then criteria range. Criteria range. If you do this, copy to copy to. If you do this, you can see this. What you are getting the answer. You can only copy filtered data to the active sheet. So for that, guys, you have to understand. So imagine where you want to fetch the data. If that is in another sheet, so make sure your cursor is here, and then do Alt AQ, and then click on copy to another location. Select this. Go to your sheet wherever your sheet is there, where the data is there. Go to that sheet wherever your data is there. Okay, select this. Control Shift right arrow down arrow. Select this sheet. Select this sheet. Then criteria range. This is your criteria range. Team leader Shahrukh. Copy the location where you want to copy it here, and then press OK. See this. Anyone, any doubt? Understood, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Now, if you want this manual work, guys, if you want this manual work, I want to know how many people are working under Shahrukh. Number of employee. number of employee under the team leader Shahrukh. Under the team leader Shahrukh. Suppose I want to know number of employees. How many employees under there under Shahrukh? Equal to count if. What function you can use, guys? You can use count if. You can use count if. Use equal to count if. Range. What is your range? Range. Team leader. Range. This is your range. Select this, comma. What is your criteria? Criteria is Shahrukh. Select, click on Shahrukh, or you can write under double quote. Write under double quote, Shahrukh. Double quote, close bracket. Shahrukh spelling is wrong. So that is a better way. Shah, R-U-K-H. Shahrukh. Close bracket, enter. You can see 7 people are there under Shahrukh. You can count it. Vandu, Erudu, Muru, Nalku, Aidu, Aru, Elu. 7 people are there. Now, I want to, now I got the number of people who are working under Shahrukh. 1 minute. Let me just close this. Otherwise, unnecessary creating confusion. So I got the number of people who are working under Shahrukh. Okay. What I want, I want, I want quarter 4 sum of sales of all employee under Shahrukh. Can you understand this question? I want quarter 4 sum of sales of all employees under Shahrukh. For that, what you will do? Use sum if. Use sum if. Use sum if. Open bracket. Range. What is your range? Your range is the range from where, like, what is the set of data where you want to put the criteria. So that is this data. Team leader wise, select everything, comma. What is your criteria? 1 minute. Your range is still not done. Your team leader, your range is this, comma. That is your range, comma. What is your criteria? Criteria is Shahrukh, comma. Okay. Then if you see what, then they'll ask you. So range criteria. So you can write manually also, Shahrukh. Under double quote, right under double quote. Shahrukh, Shahrukh, comma. Then some range is Q4. You want the Q4 sum, right? Select everything. Close bracket, enter. This is the sum. You can do that same thing here. Want to put currency, you can put currency. Quarter 4, you can see quarter 4 sum. See this 2,68,874. 2,68,874. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Now I want to know so now department and then team leader. This maybe finance department team leader Shahrukh, or Shahrukh team leader department finance. So that does not affect the answer, guys. I hope you're understanding. So finance department Shahrukh or Shahrukh finance department, your answer will not get affect because of that. So if I just remove that, so if I remove all the department, click on finance department, and then here if I clicked on Shahrukh, press OK. So you can see, okay, you can see, or if I would have done, or if I would done here, if I would done here like this, if I've done here Shahrukh, I've done the team leader as Shahrukh, and then finance department, and then finance department. Your answer will not get affected because of this, guys. I hope you're understanding. Now, if I want to know the average sales of quarter two of finance department, under Shahrukh. I hope you understand. So that you can do it here, guys, manually. You can find the average value of this. See, average will be 39,872.75. If you have to put that entry somewhere, some system is there where you need to put the entry, you simply select it. You can see the average, put the system entry. You say, no, I want that value. I want that value here. Very simple. Just remove it, all DFF. Then what you do, use average ifs, not if, guys, ifs, because you can understand here you have to take two conditions, finance department and Shahrukh. So if you have more than one condition, then IFS, ruler, average ifs, average range, where you want to put the average. So quarter two, right? So I'll select this, control shift down arrow, this on this comma, then after this was the average range, then criteria range. What is your criteria range? One, that is department wise. What is the department? Select the range, select this, okay, comma. What is your criteria? Criteria one, criteria one is finance. Click on finance, or you can write under double quote, comma, criteria range to team leader. Select everything, comma. What is your criteria? Shahrukh. Write Shahrukh under double quote, or you can simply click on Shahrukh. Close bracket, enter. So you got this value. You can put dollar sign. Then, okay. So now same thing if you want here. Same thing if you want, we can get it here. Put your cursor here on this Alt AQ, filter range. So for the filter, you have to go here, Alt AQ. For the filter, you need to go to the source data. This is your source data. Select everything. Control shift down arrow. Criteria range. This is your criteria range. Then click on copy to, and where you want to copy to, here. Press OK. Now you can see here. So all the people who are working under Shahrukh finance department, I want the average of this value. This same thing, 40,427. So you do anything anyway, it's all up to you. My intention is to show you different ways. Okay, so with different ways you can do that. Clear? Anyone finding any difficulty in understanding? Clear? Anyone, any doubt? You can put any condition, guys. You can ask me anything on this, sum, average, anything. You can do anything. So sum of quarter 3 sales of operation department under Amitabh. So what I'll do, sum ifs. Can you understand this? So if I want sum, so I'll do sum ifs. Sum ifs. Sum range quarter 3. Select the quarter 3, comma. What I want, quarter 3. Select this, comma. Criteria range 1. Operation under Amitabh. So department, select the department, comma. Operation, comma. Under Amitabh. Select everything. Team leader, criteria range 2. Select everything, comma. Criteria, Amitabh. Close bracket, enter. Anywhere, any doubt? Done, right? So I hope you understood advanced filter. Anyone, any doubt with advanced filter? Anything? Anyone, any question you want to ask? Before I'll give break, anyone have any question? So this much we'll do now. We'll continue our discussion, guys, in the next session. If anyone have any doubt, please ask me. If no one have any doubt, then we'll wind up the class and I'll see you all at 12 o'clock. So I'm assuming no one have any doubt. So guys, thank you everyone. I'll see you all at 12 o'clock. Bye.